Hello, everyone. My passion is to empower hearts and build homes where happiness will thrive. In today's teaching, we want to explore two pillars that makes a lasting relationship. Although there are other pillars, but I want to pick these two first because they are very paramount for a successful relationship. And what are these two pillars I'm talking about? I am talking about honesty and resilience. There is no way we can build a good, comfortable, thriving relationship without honesty. Honesty is the foundation of every connection. If I am sure that you are honest, I will trust you. There is no relationship that is thriving without trust. That is why I said that honesty is the foundation of every connection. Sometimes when people come to my section and they say that they made mistake in marriage because they married the wrong person, can I shock you that believes that happy couples simply found themselves, Mr. Right? To be honest, that man or woman you call them good man or a wrong man today can become the best if given to another man, if given to another woman. But the truth is that if we don't carry out the proper responsibility that we should do in the life of a man, we will not be able to get the best because if you are going into somebody's life because of what you will cash out, you will surely get disappointed. But if you are going into somebody's life because of what you want to deposit, when those unwanted attitudes are manifesting, you will see it as the reason why you are in his or her life. You will see it as a responsibility you are called to solve. Actually, the fact that healthy relationships are not just picked from somewhere. Rather, they are intentionally constructed. And my question, are you intentionally constructing your own marriage? Are you deliberately constructing it so that it will come out better? That your dream marriage, dream husband can be constructed. That is my main point today. And because it can be constructed, give it time, be honest, and be resilient in achieving it. You will see it come to pass. What is honesty? When I talk about honesty, not just opening your mouth and saying for saying sake or telling story for telling story's sake. When I talk about honesty, I am talking about the foundation of connection. Honesty builds emotional safety for couples. What do I mean when I say emotional safety? What I mean here is creating a space where both of you can feel and see and accept each other, no matter your wrongs, your strengths, your weaknesses. Honesty creates a space where an individual can feel safe, comfortable enough to express his feelings or her thoughts and her experiences without fear of being judged or condemned or criticized. When I was growing up, each time I tell my mom I'm having a suitor, the first thing he will ask me, close your eyes. Supposing you marry this man and you commit adultery, can you comfortably tell him that you committed adultery? So many people have a lot of things bottled inside in their marriage that they will not be able, they are not even able to tell their husbands or their spouse. Why? Because of the reaction they will receive. They could be judged, they could be criticized, they can be rejected. And therefore, in order not to be rejected, in order not to be condemned, in order not to be criticized, they will keep quiet and the things will be getting spoiled. People come to my session sometimes. There is an issue going on in the house, and the husband or the wife does not know about that particular problem. And you're asking the woman, why didn't you or why don't you tell your husband? Or why don't you tell your husband? She will say, I don't know what's the appropriate time to let him know. I don't know how she's going to assimilate it. Things might be going wrong in a home. The man or the woman is looking for the appropriate time to say it. But where two people are friends, they will say it knowing that their husband, their wife, their girlfriend, their friend will be able to assimilate it and share their pain and understand their feelings. If you are in a relationship as a young person and your closeness has grown so deep that the man or the woman can comfortably open up and tell you his wrongs or her wrongs, that relationship is good to go. Are you married and you can comfortably discuss the innermost parts of your heart and your wrongs with your husband? That means your relationship is growing deeper and deeper and more friendly. When couples can comfortably say, you hurt me by your action, I feel scared of losing you, it paves way to healing, not hiding. When you are hiding, two things happen. You that is hiding is emotionally sick. And the other person that you are hiding from is suffering rejection. So, what do you gain? The most important thing is when you are hurt, speak. When you are afraid or you are scared of losing out of the relationship, speak. Instead of withdrawing, let your partner know. Honesty is not all about telling stories. Honesty is all about opening up what is in your mind and letting the other person know it. Sometimes people will say distant relationship, distant. There is nothing wrong with distant relationship if that relationship has its foundation in honesty. Honesty will make you open up. And if you are honest and you open up, somebody in US can comfortably win the heart of a man or a woman that is somewhere. But sometimes we package pretense, holding it and hiding it until we go into the marriage. Do you know that this honesty is enough to break your marriage because the marriage is laid on the fan, it has a faulty foundation, can affect your relationship. And it can make the man or woman to lose trust where you are. When we talk about resilience, obirikoko of the whole thing, resilience means rubbing your muscles together, telling that relationship you must work out even if you don't want, whether you want it or not. I am determined. Growing up as a young person, my mother's language is determined to make your marriage work. And as I was getting married, that is the only language I know. My marriage must work. I am determined to make my marriage. That was the only thing I know. This issue of young people today, if it doesn't work, I go. If it doesn't work, I go. I was like, in my heart, my home is my home. If you born, one day I told my husband, if you decide to have it outside, finish, you come back. My home is my home. If you born outside, bring the child home. I will take. but to leave my home. I am determined to make it work. Stop going into marriage with the mindset if it doesn't work, I go. When I teach this, some people will ask, what if he abuses, he's brutal, he's that? There are things that can provoke a man or a woman to go to the extreme. And even if that abuse and brutality is part of that man or woman, you must have seen the signal before entering that marriage. But just that you ignored it. Resilience. Sometimes conflict is not the enemy of our relationship, but avoidance is. I said conflict is not the enemy of our relationship, but avoidance is. Resilience is the decision to stay in the ring when things go messed up, when things go wrong in a relationship. You determine to work it out, trusting that we will. Resilience is the decision you make to remain in the ring when things go wrong, trusting that we is worth the work. We is worth the work. It's fueled by grace, forgiveness, and a shared vision that says we won't let this conflict break us. We won't let this problem break us. It has to be a decision. I was teaching a group last week. This thing you call love, to me, it is just about attachment and connection. It is honesty that connects two people and deepen their hearts, because honesty paves way to trust. When you lay the foundation of your relationship on lies, it affects you, because what you deposited is what you cash out. Hello, and I want to conclude by saying, behind every happy couple lies two who have fought hard to become all. Behind every happy couple lies two people who have fought, hard to overcome all obstacles. Happy couples is not thrown from heaven. It's two people that have decided to overcome all obstacles and remain one. What obstacles have you overcome as a couple that strengthens you? What are those things that are hidden in your heart that you have not told your husband or your wife? What are those things that you're hiding that you feel he cannot hear and you cannot tell him? What do you need to feel safer expressing yourself to your partner? These are my questions. You can comfortably answer those questions yourself. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Just give me a thumb up and subscribe